talk to you about climate change. Now, climate change is a change in weather or patterns in a specific area. It is largely due to increased levels of carbon dioxide and pollution produced by fossil fuels. Climate change is going to take over our Earth if we don't do something to stop it.
The greenhouse effect mainly contributes to climate change. Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere, but most is absorbed and re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules and clouds. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's surface and lower the atmosphere. As you can see, when the ozone layer, which is on top of the atmosphere, where all the clouds are, as it gets depleted from climate change, the sun's bad rays, the ones that give you cancer, UV rays, pass through the atmosphere and start warming the Earth, which is why things like the polar ice caps are melting and marine life are dying.
Now we're going to talk about what causes climate change. A few things that can cause it are pollution from fossil fuel emissions, what we just talked about, which was the greenhouse effect, which warms the Earth and atmosphere and traps in harmful gases, which include methane, carbon dioxide, and carbon CFCs. Human activity is also contributing to the release of greenhouse gases, and the burning of fossil fuels such as coal and oil have increased concentrations of CO2. Also, the clearing of land for agriculture, industry, and other human activities have increased the concentrations for greenhouse gases.
One effect of climate change that can really deter our Earth is coral bleaching. The warmer water temperatures in the ocean can result in coral bleaching. When the water is too warm, it can even be like 1 degree off. Corals will expel the algae living in their tissues, causing the coral to turn completely white or brownish color. So this is what a
Thriving coral reef fan looked like before pollution, and this is like after, and what happens when it becomes bleached.
Yes, and it is not good for the environment, and lots of fish lose their habitats and overall places to live.
Another effect of climate change is the melting of ice caps. This happens when greenhouse gases warm up the Earth and start melting the polar ice caps, which leave polar bears and other wildlife animals without any home. This also affects the oceans because the sea levels rise, and scientists have also figured out that over the next century, the average temperature of our Earth will rise about 2.5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very dangerous to all living animals on this Earth and humans.
Another effect of climate change is pollution in the oceans and pollution on land. This is a human effect that we can all control. So even if you're just throwing out your plastic bag out the window that you're finished using, that had your chips in it, somehow it may find its way to the ocean, even if you're putting it on land.
This is the Pacific Ocean, and it's a huge trash dump right now, and because from all the ocean currents, all the plastic in the ocean has been drifting towards this one spot, and it goes on for miles, and it's bigger than the state of Texas, and it's just full of trash that could have easily been recycled or thrown away properly.
A few other concerns that are associated with climate change are an increase in extreme weather events such as tornadoes, hurricanes, and heavier precipitation and flooding, and destruction of marine ecosystems, which is also coral bleaching. And the Arctic in a few centuries is likely to become ice-free.
A few things that we can do to help save our Earth are switch to renewable energy and use solar panels, eliminate or decrease the burning of coal, oil, and eventually natural gas, carpool or take public transit, or maybe take your bike, buy less plastic stuff that will not decompose, stop clear cutting forests and trees because they are good for our environment, use less energy and use energy efficient appliances in the home, which include dishwashers, dryers, refrigerators, and air conditioners. Unplug. Believe it or not, the US citizens spend more money on electricity to power their own devices than when not on them. Eat more meat-free meals. Meat takes a lot of energy and natural resources to produce and make and obtain.